Today's problem to fix is this vertical blind. These were fine, but now it's time for something a little more brighter. Here's all the stuff that I needed for this project. The measurements for this large window are 70 inches wide by 57 inches long. Of course, the first thing you do beginning any new project is your research. I purchased this shutter online. I'll put the name of where I purchased it and how much I paid for it in the description box. The shutter came in 2 boxes and it was packed really nicely. It arrived all in one piece. I mean, you know, nothing was broken. Here's my inspector. This is how I received the frame. It was marked L for left side, R for right, B is the bottom, and T is the top of the frame. Putting the frames together, yes, it really was that simple. All you do is put the mitered ends together and then slide one onto the other. And then tap, tap, tap it with a hammer. The bow tie fixing, that's that piece that attaches the 2 frames together. It already was installed on one of the frames. Here's the frame all put together. I'm almost ready to slide the frame onto the inside mount of my window, but first I want to talk about the base of the window. The bottom part, the apron, that's just regular wood. Then the top, the sill, that's an acrylic material. I went with acrylic for the sill because I liked that it doesn't crack or yellow, it will not promote mold or mildew, and it's really easy to clean. These aren't the pieces that I used, but there's an example of wood and then that's acrylic on the top. This one's acrylic as well. Okay, here we go. Pick up the frame very carefully, then place it onto the sill and slide it in. It's looking good and level on the bottom. I use these wood shims to level the shutter, but I shouldn't have placed it right where the screw is, because when I did screw it in, it just cracked that shim in 2. So next time, I'll place it above the screw. My next step, screw the frame in. I felt very secure with all the screws that I had to do. This frame is not going to go anywhere. This is all the stuff that came with my shutter. This is what I used to screw in the frame, and this one I used to attach the shutter to the frame. Here I'm attaching the shutter to the frame. No, no, no. Don't tap it. Push it. This is what I use to fill in that large gap around the shutter. I am the messiest when it comes to using this stuff, so that's why I taped the heck out of it. That gap is so wide to me. If this stuff doesn't work, then I was thinking of putting a thin piece of trim all the way around it. But well, check for yourself. It looks really good. Thank goodness, no wood trim necessary. They provide you plastic caps to cover all the screw holes, but don't cover this one on the side. It may get in the way when you're trying to open and close it. I was also provided paint to match my shutter. Just cover the holes like this one on the frame. Don't procrastinate, you can do this. Other than the caulking, for me, this is something you can do. Don't worry about her. Her cat tree's on the side. She gets up and down on her own.